about live stream I don't like is I'm not my unfortunately just the quality has gone down a little bit. But but it is a lot easier on, you don't have to record it on your phone. You don't have to worry about uploading it later. And if I had a brain, it would also have the advantage of I'd be able to see if anybody commented. Um, but let's see here. So we'll see if I can make that happen. All right, we are up and running. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to mute myself, and I will try to check this once in a while. Hey, I'm going to just start it. Hey, Crockett 36 here, and Gamerman01 and I are going to review another round of his games. I'm going to start sharing my screen. And uh, I, how are you from Iowa, Ted? Or,
Doing good. A little tired from driving across our fair country today.
all right, good, good, excellent. I will be driving across it next week.
Oh,
Um, or week or the week after, and we'll be going down to Cayuga Lake to spend some time with my sister-in-law, who's a FedEx driver actually. So um, yeah, so it should be good. So what games are you playing right now in those? I think some fierce competitions.
yeah, a little bit. I had to call a couple that have been waiting on for some time. And so I've had some wins, some from forfeits, but sometimes after 3 or 4 rounds, people don't really have much desire to come back and play either,
Right, right, right,
because I
right.
have a pretty strong advantage.
Sure.
The up and coming Pierce is very ambitious right now. He's taking on a lot of our top league players all at once. I
Wow.
wonder if he'll get gassed. He's gone for a little bit though. We're just in round two. It's a good game. I'm waiting on a scramble decision.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm also at a
And
classic. I'm on a classic tournament.
oh yeah. Okay.
And I've come back to classic in the last year.
Yeah.
And I played, I think he's a young man there too. Through 4 or 5 rounds, I think I've got the economic victory with the Axis already,
Okay.
and he's gone AWOL,
Okay.
um, but that
Gotcha.
hasn't been called yet. So I'll be going into another round of the classic tournament,
Right.
um, and then this game we're reviewing right now is virtually over, but not officially.
Okay. And is this the one that's part of the playoffs?
Oh yes, this is playoff round one out of the box. It's my return to out of the box after several years away. I've been playing the balanced mod, and about a year ago, I decided to try out of the box again, and now I'm really liking it.
Good, good. So I'm currently playing several games. I've got my YouTube wars with Schultze out of Pittsburgh, and we're playing a slight house rule version. We got technology right in there with free technologies, a dice for every round for the major powers. We let the Russian fleet leave the Baltic, get a free facility, a free technology to start the game, all that, um, and then we go at it. No bid in that, and then playing a bid with Bounce Mod. I didn't really know it was Bounce Mod. I'll tell you that against Simon 33. So he had a France
First,
kind of no, no, not France goes first. That's mine. He wanted to give France a little more. Well, the problem was I took France and I don't know the Bounce Mod rules, and I ended up actually fighting against some French when I could have just walked in and took them as my allies. So that gave me right away a loss of some units as well as he gained them. And then all of a sudden, off to the races in the Middle East was very challenged at that point in time. So, but I'm doing well. I mean, I've got the Japanese. The only thing, okay, so the only Japanese fleet he has right now are is off of Madagascar. So I've chased his Japanese fleet. I own the entire Pacific Ocean. I own about half of China, but the Germans are a little out of control. So they don't have Moscow, but he has the Middle East wrapped up right now. So that is a problem. I've got a strong fleet in 110, as well as I own Normandy in force, but lots of challenges there. Uh, and the balance mod gives him so much money. Um, in the out of box version, he wouldn't have as much, and it would be sort of more competitive. But it's the money actually that's making the difference. Um, the positions and the forces have been in my favor for a while, but just makes so much money for Germany. I mean, it's incredible.
Thanks,
Uh,
Chef.
yeah. So, and I don't really care. I know I've done the balance mod with you, reviewing it. I still don't I don't see the magic. So now with
Hmm.
Stolzifer, I played a gamer. Andrew AA Gamer came up with a way to balance 120 IPCs. Uh, excuse me, which sounds like a lot, but he actually parceled out in infantry throughout the world, and then $75 um, to US in turn 3 or 4. So
Yeah.
it's an odd kind of thing, but it's also cool. I won with the
Mhm.
Allies. I'm playing the bad guys right now, and I think he's going to win, but it's fun. I'm just it's it's a lot of fun. And then I'm playing the captain's version, the from I think it's Denmark or Germany. I'm not sure exactly where the captain's from, but Barney on on
Yeah.
accessknowledge.org, he promotes the captains a lot. He does nice long reviews on accessknowledge.org, and I'm so overwhelmed by the amount of troops, and I was having a guy help me, but he ended up kind of like you had said, he kind of got busy with something else and left the game. Um, so I'm like sitting there going, oh, I'll try this, and so I play it straight, and it's like someone playing a game where you know half the rules. I'm doing pretty well for knowing half the rules,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, that paratrooper, stupid.
Oh,
Anyways, all right, that's my complaining. So,
well, I realized I left out the big one. And
oh, okay,
that's the one that you and I have reviewed in stages, and we have a long ways to go. It
oh yeah,
is Oestilo and I,
Costello,
and it is my turn in that game. We're in round 19 or 20.
19
And
or 20.
yes, and that is the UHD map with tech straight out of the box.
Yeah,
$5 a piece, and if you miss, you miss. He's got heavy bombers with the US, and I have super subs with Germany, so that's pretty cool.
yeah. I've found myself that super subs is underperforms
Yeah.
myself, and heavy bombers overperforms. I always thought heavy bomber that's two dice, but I'm like, oh, it's almost a guaranteed hit every time.
I
So
don't think he's missed.
yeah, you
And there's
you
been a
generally don't.
lot of rolls.
Yeah,
And now
yep,
he's ravaging Berlin with
yep,
SBR, and all I can do is hope for a one.
right, right, yep,
But
yep.
you've seen my risk dice, remember from last week? That's the game we've got going on here.
Yes, that's
And they
right.
must not have kept up, or I would have been flushed pretty fast.
All right, well, let's get down to business here since we're talking. This is your turn two, and quick review. We'll just take a look at where we are in Europe. Remember that pacifier board, who is a dad, uh, and is did the unusual move of attacking 95. I think it is, and did a spectacular job. The Italians responded, but there is a strong, yet not yet spread out fleet throughout the Med, and he has Egypt in hands, and another fleet off the Horn. He bought a transport, and over here in India, he is holding firm, while the Japanese bunch up into 36. Not too many ground forces right now in China, but in Southeast Asia, the French Indochina area, there's 6 units. The front is fairly normal up here, and the 18 withdrew. Let's see the Pacific lay of the land. 3 transports were bought by the Japanese. American sub boldly moves into 18, and we are about to see some. I think I'm assuming a J2 here, and then we have a substantial fleet off of Caroline, a substantial fleet off of Hawaii, with 3 subs and a transport. Let's see what you did in 101. 101 has the necessary destroyer for 2 German subs being parked off of Nova Scotia and the scrambling fighters to go with it. And then a fairly strong, robust UK Navy. But you kept your sub and and France still has Normandy Bordeaux. Towns have southern France, and you are poised, looks to me, to go into Russia, and with a lot of help from the Germans in southern Italy. Sound like a good synopsis to you?
Yeah, I just add a little bit that the Germans hit and run on Yugo, so all men are within one space of Russia,
Yep.
except for the Bulgarians, of course. And
Yes.
the UK fleet is doing well around the UK as well because on G1, 110 was skipped. The battleship and 2 cruisers with the 3 fighter scramble was completely skipped, and instead 6 planes flew over Paris, which nobody does. But the
Right.
Paris dice were horrible, and so
Yes.
that saved the day.
Yes.
No planes shot by AA. And then, although 111 went well on G1, the UK counter went great.
Right. Very good. Yes, you had some very poor dice. And the other thing I would note is that Pacifier Board bought a lot of strange units,
Mhm.
offensive units for Russia. So this is bristling with offensive weaponry right now. All right, let's see what you guys do. Looking on the right panel, we see that he purchases 2 subs and a destroyer. Wow. Okay. So and then 10 mech. Big fan of that purchase, and 2 infantry. Okay, let's see what happens. Let me just declares war with Russia. He's going in, and I'll. Did you declare war on the Americans? Oh, oh, did you declared war on the Americans? No kidding. Okay, let's see what happens. I did not expect that. All right, 1 infantry to
Pacifier
Aurelia.
plays with flair, so I try to throw in a little myself. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell him I'm doing a J2.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Very good. All right. So we have the Army Group North, South, Central, and South go in, as well as you are going to attack that fleet off Scotland. And I'm assuming you are looking for a scramble right there and to take out some British planes. And that is the big move, Holland, Belgium. No big deal there. And then I'm assuming all the mobiles will go where they got to go. Oh, you took Early Viborg back and combat scramble. Did he scramble? He did. All right. Farm Boy is extreme an advocate of this on many occasions. Not sure what's going on with the edit here, but
Gotcha.
uh, and then The
Oh,
attack.
it's the Anzac. He had taken New Guinea and then changed his mind to Java, and I let him do it here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. Well, let's keep going. The British, they're attacking, defending, and okay. So he did not scramble actually. Uh, nope, he did not scramble. Oh, in '96. I'm talking about this is '96. Sorry, guys. '96 did not scramble because there's nothing to scramble. Okay, so casualties for '96 in the Med off of Malta. Germans win, but they do take down two, a destroyer and a cruiser take down a fighter and a diver. Wow, that is bad luck. Let's take a look at those dice again. So he rolls in with 4 units. So you are looking for 2 hits. That's all. 3 misses. He gets 1 hit, and then you're thinking you're going to roll away with that, and you get only 1 hit again, and he gets a hit as well. Wow, that is very unlucky. Your luck continues. 111. Will it go better? Sub misses. Okay, you get some good hits there. That'll take care of it. What is going on? Battle on
Anzac.
111.
Yeah,
Oh,
Anzac
okay, gotcha.
stuff. Yep.
British roll for 1 sub and get a hit. Wow. 3. Wow, that's pretty discouraging. Although the force, almost all this force hit missed. So destroyed. See it? Wow, that's all hits. That second round. And he gets another. Wow, that is some serious casualties. Okay, we have you still ended up in the plus side, um, but the losses are 2 divers, sub, and a destroyer. Okay, wow. Okay, let's keep going. Holland, Belgium, 2 hits, and he gets a hit. You cannot get anything for free. That's even Steven, non-combats. Roll into East Poland. Everything goes in East Poland. From Bulgaria to Romania, 4 units. 1 anti-aircraft from Western to Germany. One from Western France to Holland, Belgium. Everything lands in Western Germany. And Southern France gets a fighter. Everything moves. All the fast movers move to Germany. That'll be a potent 20 fast movers right there. And then you're going to park everything in 112. All right. Clean up. 2 infantry in West Germany. Ships in 112. The mech in Germany. All right. Click 39. It's the 44 bucks. Anything you want to say here?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't lose any planes on G1, but now lost four.
Yeah.
So, but an aggressive normal G1, it's not that strange to lose 2 to 4 planes or even worse flying into
Right.
that scramble. Um, but it has been tough luck and makes me feel better about my prospects if assuming I'm in round 2 of the playoffs, that if I don't get such tough luck, maybe it'll be better going.
There you go. All right. Well, let's see what he does. He continues to buy um, fast movers, trying to move that front as far forward as possible. Let's see what he does. He's going to attack Baltic states. And there he goes. Let's see what they do in Baltic. He gets hits, all the hits he needs,
Yay!
and you take out 1 as well. Even Steven again. Let's move it over here. Let's see how he arranges things. Okay, the cruiser moves forward, and it's going to move an armor backward. And Let's see how he settles this out. Okay, moves back to Bryansk 2 in Belarus. Hmm. Showing you all of his thoughts here as he. Huh. All right. I'm not exactly sure why he would split the two.
Oh,
Oh, I guess maybe assuming he could reassault Novgorod. Is that what I'm seeing?
are you talking about the air or the ground?
What? Why split the two? It looks like he could send the fast movers through to grab Novgorod if the transport was used to grab it. Um, think that's what he's thinking here. What am I seeing here?
I'm
What's
not
this all
sure
about?
exactly what you're saying yet, but I have a few thoughts.
Go ahead.
What are you
Yeah, sure.
saying?
I'm saying that he is looking at the possibility of retaking
Yeah.
Novgorod if it is taken by the transport off of West Germany.
It could also be taken with the mech and tanks in East Poland. There's an Italian can opener he's dealing with.
Okay.
So the Romanian tank could take Baltic states, which is probably why he took two infantry in to attack it instead of one. So it's possible to take Leningrad by air or sea,
Yep.
and he's protecting. There's no reason to leave those planes on Smolensk except for defense because the airbase will give it the same range, only better. So he's actually concerned about, he's just protecting against the possible Italian can opener on Belarus.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's keep going.
Not what I
Um,
would do,
no, I'm.
but it's not bad.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going. And he collects 36, $41. Okay, that's a good healthy income. And he doesn't have anything in the Middle East. Oh, he does have the one. So he's going to probably do an air raid here on this, possibly. And then the 18, I just want to see whether they are still in Amur or they're back in Amur. So here goes with the Japanese. Okay, so Japanese just looking at the purchase, two infantry, one destroyer, one sub, and one aircraft carrier. So certainly maintaining naval dominance in the
Yeah.
Pacific, as and that is sort of a higher concern than necessarily um, ceding the Asian continent. Let's see how that goes here. Okay, we are at war with the Russians and the Allies. Okay, and okay, I'm gonna make this a little smaller. It's probably too big, but let's go with it. Okay, so nope. Okay, let's go artillery. Okay, and he's gonna assault Guam, and then also 35 Philippines. Okay, and then the Philippines with planes. Hopi. Caroline's going to be. It's going to move to 18 from Caroline's. 3 infantry from Kiangsi to Kwangtung. Okay, he's invading Hong Kong. Okay, and then to Shan States. All right, what do we got in Shan States? Now let's keep going. There we go. Only one single unit. Okay, and then he didn't leave the battleship, did he? No. Oh, destroyer. He's going to take out the destroyer blocker. All right, lots of stuff to do here. Busy, busy. Takes out the transport and brings in the invading force. He only took one unit in there. Takes out Borneo, takes out the transport. Lots to do for the Japanese. Making it right, taking out Malaya. Also attacking Yunnan. Busy, busy. All sorts of robbery and murder.
All over the
Okay,
place. Yeah.
all over the place. All right, and let's see how the battle for Um, Java goes. Okay, takes out the transports easily enough. Defenseless transports. I hate that rule. Um, and 37 is defeated. A defense. British. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Takes in a battleship, a fighter, and a tactical. Gets 0 hits, and the destroyer gets a hit.
Now I might
Fortunately,
lose
there's
something.
damage on the battleship, and then gets the 2 hits and misses. Okay. Oof. Golly. My goodness.
Starting to feel a little snake bit at that
You
point.
you are starting to feel like you're doomed. Okay, gets a hit. Oh, and then you cannot get anything for free. Man, I've seen so many of these turns where the Japan doesn't lose a thing. Um, I hate that. All right, Anzac defending, hit, and then Java is taken without taken for free. Okay. Guam is attacked. Defense, 2 hits. There you go. And but he does get a hit. Fairly reasonable. And then the Philippines is attacked. He gets all the hits he needs, gets 1 hit back, and then the Japanese attack Shan State. Here we go. But oh my goodness, look at
I don't remember it being that bad.
that. That is pretty bad, dude. That well, fortunately he didn't get it. You got yours. He got his. Oh my goodness. Wow. So that is, by the way, 6 dice. You got 1 hit with all with threes, a 3 and a 4, and he had 2 dice is defending at 2. He rolled 2. You rolled 6. He rolled 2. You both got 1 hit.
Mission accomplished. I
Mission
killed the
account.
man. That's
All
all I
right.
care about.
Okay. Take the win.
That man allows Britain
Oh
to
my
potentially.
goodness.
What do we
Are you
got
seeing
now? Oh,
this?
is this Union?
This is you.
Oh no, it's Hong
uh,
Kong.
uh, let's see. Let me just check one more time. Kwang Tung. Yep, Hong Kong. So there are people, count them, 8 dice. And no, that was the easy one. This is, hey, Yunnan right here. Oh no, I missed it. Somehow I missed it. Okay, here we go. Back up. What was I showing? There it is. There it is. The battle for, yeah, Hong Kong. He has 2. You have 8. You get 1 hit out of 8.
Five
He,
aircraft.
but fortunately, he misses.
So it didn't
Uh,
matter.
it didn't matter. But still, you roll 8 more, 16 dice, and you've now got 3 hits out of 16. He rolls 3 dice. He gets 1 hit. Wow. Okay, there we go. And plenty of hits. Okay, 3v1. He's not going to get the hits. There's no way he's going to get the hits. He doesn't get the hits. And there we go. You're finally in the clear. Move everything back. Manchuria to Suyan. He's on 6. Okay, I'm going up north here a little bit. Here we go. Looking out at those Russians that are staring at you across the way. Okay. Strengthens that. And then to 16. Blocker to 16. We'll assess this in just a minute. To French Indo. Fighters landing. The ships are moving in. Ships are moving in here to protect your transports. For some reason, you don't want to give away your transports.
I learned that from Adam.
Yes, yes, I remember that. Reviewing that game, and he was just
He was very jealous of his transports.
ferocious. Yes,
Yeah,
did not want to have to
unbelievable.
rebuy them. Yeah, very good. And you were a little less cautious that game. Okay, let's take a look here. How are you feeling? I mean, from the board, it's looking like you don't
Yeah.
have a lot of ground troops in Asia. Southeast Asia. This would normally be a powerhouse right here, but you are a little. You've got a thin yellow line, I guess I would say, and oh boy, recording stopped. I wasn't even recording. Oh, I turned on ice cream screen recorder and I forgot to turn it off. No wonder I was acting so slow. That's funny. Okay, but we're on YouTube Live. Am I YouTube living? Yes, I did. Okay. Um, so then this looks strong enough. It's fine. So I don't normally see fighters in the middle. So obviously you are trying to push into Kansu, Singhai, and Shenxi, um, sort of working around the British in the south. Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, without remembering, from Chahar, planes can land on Japan if needed. The
Gotcha.
next move. And I am playing one of the most unpredictable guys in the game. His fleet is at
There you go.
Hawaii. Uh, when you're going to do a J2, you want to have the ability to destroyer block Hawaii to Japan. So you better have a destroyer either at the Carolines or at Hong Kong that can reach there. So
Yep.
I've
Sure.
got that covered. Let's see, as far as the plane, what's curious here compared to what you will normally see is there was no facility buy. I took French Indochina on round one and gave up the 8 IPCs, but did not even build a facility there the next turn. It was all about getting those infantry up out of Siam. So I have an extra carrier, destroyer sub, as you noted at the purchase. So I'm feeling good. I've got fleet. I'm not, unlike less experienced players, I'm not too concerned with flooding the Asian mainland as fast as possible. I'm finally maturing to the point where I'm going to prioritize a strong Air Force and Navy.
Okay. All right.
And I
Very
got
good.
Australia's land back. He left 3 planes, Australian planes in Queensland. So he's pretty much given up his chance to get them over to the mainland and help with Italian can openers and such. So it's kind of a relief to basically Australia got punched in the mouth there. So kind of got things pretty well controlled.
Sure. Good.
One more thing
All
too
right.
is it's very powerful for the Russians to leave those men out there. We used to always pull them back, but that's what was in the days of smaller bids, where you just were hoping against hope to save Moscow. But I'm able
Yes.
to shore up Manchuria. Also, the in the old days, I recall strategies of India Crush, where you're trying to get absolutely every unit marching towards Calcutta as fast as possible. And
Yes.
I'm not even interested in that. So a bastion in Manchuria is fine with me.
Okay. Now I got to tell you, I've seen Arthur Bomber Harris. 37 is a hot zone. I'm always looking for units in 37 to do a 1-2 punch. So I don't know if he's going to do this, but I would certainly be thinking uh, 2 fighters here, battleship hit that. Anzac comes in, 3 fighters, destroyer hits that. Oh no, can't do that. The fighters could, and then for the coup de grace, one French destroyer. But I don't know if it's worth spending all that to take out that fleet. But that would certainly be crossing my mind. I guess we'll see if Fast Fire Board is thinking the same thing. But it's always nice to take down a battleship and a aircraft carrier. And so let's move on to the American build. 2 aircraft carriers and 2 destroyers. Okay. Um, so I would have thought that would have been a T1 build, turn one build. Um, so interesting. So I'm seeing this as an apology tour myself, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Okay, so everything is upgraded. Um, and he moves 2 infantry to 26. Into, he's going to the marshals. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. I'm going to just let you all see the. Okay, he is going to do the skirmish. I I like that myself. I think in inflationary terms, it's a valuable thing to do. Not to mention using your stuff. Um, Tactical from Eastern to 123. Okay, 123. All right, and then battle and Marshall. Americans take, and then 123 defends with one sub. Huh. All right, sub misses, sub goes down, blub, blub, blub. And then 16, skirmish over the destroyer, destroyer misses. Freebie for the American sub. Okay. And the battle score is 8. Recording battle score. And let's see where he moves. So I would hope he's going to protect that transport, but I got a feeling he's not. Oh, no, he's definitely. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what he does. Okay, he is going to protect. He's going to use the airbase at Wake. Really? Okay. Okay. Let's let's take a look. $71, $76. Okay. So he's still $76. So he picked up Brazil down here. I'm going to start zooming it, guys, now that we've seen the movement. Brazil's picked up, and we have an aircraft carrier off of 91. I really like the empty aircraft carrier off 91. Big fan of that. Um, this is that's obviously that is kind of encouraging another skirmish, but the airbase here will give scrambles, so interesting. Um, Another destroyer for the submarines that are the many subs that are still left alive. We now have 3 destroyers and a sub to fight 3 destroyers and I'm sorry, 3 subs and there are 3 German subs and 1 destroyer, and there are 2 British and 1 sub to fight that, as well as 2 American destroyers. So keeping even, and down here is all the big ships. All right. So then everything, the big ones mostly go into the big ones go in the Pacific. Midway has the scrambling fighters. Again, oh my, he has some layers, dude. That's amazing. That Wake Island looks no, I thought you had a transport. You do not. Wake Island looked really sketchy, but without a transport, not as sketchy. Um, Interesting, man. A lot of people bunch up. Big globs of ships all traveling together, and he likes the layered approach. Wow, interesting. I mean, you attack or pick one of these units to go for, and all of a sudden you've got interlocking, um, mutually supportive uh, positions. Take Midway, you're hurt. You're going to be hurt by these other units as well as by the West Coast. And then if you take Marshalls, nope, he's got you blocked. He's got Marshalls blocked. Yeah, he's got Marshalls blocked. Huh. Interesting stuff. Oh no, Marshalls isn't blocked over here, but you'd get whacked big way. Interesting. Pacific. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at Asia. Again, I think this is a little vulnerable. This is not vulnerable at all. They could use the Anzac destroyer if you brought it in, but you've got two extra hit points and landing spots for the plane, so very little chance of success there. And then you're being patient with Japan, China, which I don't know how it's going to work out. So we'll see. Very interesting that the meta has changed. Like I said, when I went to the Grasshopper tournament in 2018, the Calcutta Crush was all the rage. I mean, that was all you saw was glob here, three transports, fully loaded, second turn Yunnan shipyard, harbor built in Hainan. All right. Anything you want to say about the American turn?
Uh, Other than what you know, there's a ton of there's a ton of pressure on the Carolines, especially since
Yeah,
he protected the transport and the marshals. He has three transports that can move in there. So as Japan, you don't want to let America just move in and not be repelled. So that's something that has to be dealt with on the European side with the Carrier 91. Happy as Axis that the planes are separated from it. They're clear up in Iceland, so they cannot fight with the carrier this turn.
sure, sure. Excellent. Okay. Let's go with the Chinese. The Chinese are able to build, but they get they could, I think. No, the Chinese lost the Burma Road. Okay, so he buys five infantry, and let's go over to China. Let's see what he does. So, I mean, your positions are not weak. So there's not. Oh, okay. So, oh, there you go. He is going to move in. He's going to move in with all 11. Okay. He's going to try to own that thing for a little bit. And you are a little short on the infantry. So, and also you're, yeah, a little short on planes on land too. Okay. So he moves into Yunnan and gets the hit he needs it. You miss. He gets it for free. He wins. Non-coms. All right. And where does he place? I'm trying to think where I would place.
On Union, probably.
I would think Yunnan, yeah. As much, I don't. I mean, this is worth $6, and also he'd have to turn a lot of units around in order to take Yunnan in the next two turns. So let's see where he places. Goes in Yunnan. Okay, strong. Makes $13. Not shabby. All right, here is the big one. I always consider this to be so telling. Um, so he has to continue to fight the sea war. I'm assuming he's going to fight that with the sub and the fighter. And then I don't think he's got a base. Does he have a base in Egypt? No, he does not.
No.
So he's using the base out of South Africa to continue. I would think buys three subs for the UK Pacific. That is bold, very bold. Um, you do have two destroyers here. Huh. Interesting. He would have to get a. I don't know what yeah, let me see what happens here. I am on a roller coaster ride. Okay, 109 to 118 to 95. I'm not even sure how to show this on a map because it's the whole world. Um, let's do this. I don't think that's going to show a lot, but it'll show where the hotspots develop. So hotspot's going to develop in 118. Okay, he's going to go and get that sub off of Scotland, or between Scotland and Iceland. Okay, goes to 95 again. Wow, wow, that is a fight, dude. Could win the match
He
here.
even he took the sub away to get the transport instead of using it as a cheap casualty 95. Well, he wants to convoy 97 for a long time.
Ah,
So he kept the sub out of that fight.
gotcha. 39 to 40. He does go. Oh, he goes. Oh my goodness. He's going for 42. Oh, he's going for the big one.
Yep, it's pacifier.
Oh, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm concerned. The problem I see is that the you have a sub to lose. So that's cheap. You've got 5 units to lose before you even think about. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see about some dice. You
Yeah,
do
he's throwing
choose.
his Indian Air Force in here, just throwing it
Yep.
all in.
Yep.
And my planes
37.
could land
Yeah.
if worse
Yeah. Yeah.
comes to worse.
Rights. 37 would have been, I think, would have been much better. But okay, we'll see. He's better than I am. Okay, you do have 3 scrambling units. Let's see. This is intense action. Okay, the sub goes in, takes it out. That was a nice choice, though, right?
Yeah,
If
I
we
think
take a
so.
look at this, guys, that's a really that's a finesse move right there. He attacks this side.
Well, let's
The
see.
planes can scramble in either direction, but the planes can't defend against the sub. So he sends the planes over here. So that is a
Well,
nice
I don't
transport
know.
kit.
I don't know
Tell me,
about that.
tell me.
Uh,
So we'll see how
assuming
the
that,
battle goes.
sure.
Yep. Are you there, Ted?
Yeah, which are you on? You're on 90s.
Yep. Sub here. Does he have a destroyer? Oh, do you have a destroyer? Doesn't
No,
look like. Oh, you don't
the
have a
sub.
destroyer. Oh my goodness, you don't have a destroyer. Sub could have had free shots.
Well, there, I have us defending sub there. So, but it would protect, it would save him a plane probably because if the battleship or the cruiser hit, he really wanted to get the transport and future convoy.
See, I understand that, but I mean the sub. You keep the sub alive the whole time. He can. It's going to be 2 3 rounds, and the sub gets 3 shots. You keep the sub every time, and likely the battleship's going to be the last thing on the board, and he'll take the battleship. You'll get a free shot, and he won't be able to return. That's your classic sub battle. Oh my goodness. Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, he's like I said. That's I love sub battles. I love subs. Okay. So that was
I think
Anglo
the transport
Sudan.
was probably a big problem for him.
Sure. Yes, that's a
And
big
that
deal.
sub was the only way to get it.
Oh, it was? Okay, I thought
Yeah.
maybe the bomber would have been
Well,
able to
they're
get it. Oh,
scrambling.
scrambling. But you would have to choose. You'd have to choose between. I mean, you go throw your fleets. That would have been a nice forking move right there. Do you choose to take down the bomber, save your transport, or lose your fleet? That would have been a nice little. What would you have chosen?
I think I would have left the sub in 95. I mean, I would have attacked with the sub in 95 and let the
Right.
transport go, I think. I mean,
Okay.
without studying it all the way through.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going.
I'm
Anglo
certain, I'm wondering if if I left the transport unprotected there for this very reason. So
So he
he
would bring
wouldn't
the
couldn't just
sub in.
take everything at 95. Yeah.
Funny, funny. All right. And you get that he gets that for free. Anglo-Egyptian Sudan down here. He takes that for free. And then 95. Here we go. Okay. So
Now
he is.
he's got an extra bid bomber here on the action.
Now that's one thing that's about AAA. I wish they didn't do is AAA shows the results right away. But here we go. Okay, so fairly even odds. I mean, it's probably a 60-40 battle. He gets 4 hits right away, and you get 3. That's not a bad. All right, And then I think he's got one left. And you get two, he gets two hits. You do not get a hits.
I got the
With the
short end
fighter,
again there.
you did. Let's see the number of dice rolled. I just want to see the number of dice rolled. Okay, so we have six dice by him, five dice by you, three more by him. That's eight dice altogether for a total of five hits out of eight, above 50%. Your dice were five dice rolled, three hits, five for three, and then five, three for six. So okay, yours 50% too, as well. Okay. All right, and that is a 30 positive for him. Okay. 42. All right, let's see this one. I am sub misses. British fighter and tactical. Box cars. This could be a disaster. This is gonna be a disaster. All right, and you get mediocre dice, but that's still gonna be enough to completely scrub the. And he gets two hits out of his four. Um, and take him down. You still have a destroyer. None of his ships are sub and a destroyer. Hmm. See how this goes. Man, he shot for the stars. Sub 118. Okay, yeah, you got him, and you win. He takes out your takes out your sub 118 off of Iceland. Non-coms. I'm just gonna try to shrink this a little bit. See about this. Non-coms. Scotland to UK to 91. Okay, there we go. All right, transport to 106. Pick up some stranded fellows. Morocco, Tunisia. Bomber goes to Egypt. Got a destroyer going to 91. A little consolidation here, a little more traditional. Another bomber to Egypt. Everything moves to Alexandria. And with no Italian transport, he can go to Alexandria and start to press in. That's a strange direction to go. I almost never go toward Alexandria. I'm always content with the Italians being there, so I can start sending troops to the Middle East and toward Russia. But he must be confident in Russia, standing alone. Okay, so 98, so he's on 98. So he brings stuff from the Horn of Africa up through the Suez in order to strengthen 98. He leaves the Horn alone, okay, and interesting. He's got to expect to lose his bonus if he doesn't do something. And then, okay, in Asia, he is going into Yunnan with okay, just lightly defending Southeast Asia, while a strong garrison force in Calcutta. Fighter placed in UK, sub placed in 109, as I thought, and then these two are going to go into South Africa almost for sure. Yep. Okay, I like the transports out of South Africa.
Oh yeah.
This is a little unusual, I would have to say. Uh, hmm. He gets 35 bucks. That's good money for England. I can't be happy with that though. Man, as the Japanese player, you gotta attack that, or at least you're gonna want to. They're easy. That's easy $18 off the board.
Oh no, he knows that's not happening.
Okay,
He's got the UK suicided so that the Anzac could clean it all up.
and Anzac's gonna clean that mess up, huh?
He is counting on no destroyer there.
No destroyer.
No destroyer in 42, so his subs are invincible off of India.
Gotcha. So if he gets okay, so let's see. So you lose with this force here, you lose 2 units for sure. You take a damage on your, oh, this is a cruiser. You can take a damage on your, like, you got to keep the destroyer. So, okay, I can see how that's, but you have a whole fleet right here as well. Hmm. Interesting how this is going to turn out. I'm waiting to see how you react to this. Not to mention, of course, how he does in
Right.
with that
Uh-huh.
Anzac fight. All
Yep.
right, let's see what happens. You buy a bomber. Okay, you don't have a destroyer in the Philippines. You don't have it. Just you have a destroyer in an inconvenient location. You do have a destroyer here that can shuffle down there. This is what I call destroyer wars, and that's when I'm keeping an eye on submarines and destroyers. And a lot of times I'll target destroyers. This is interesting that there's one destroyer in a fleet that you have to think to yourself, I might want to keep that destroyer because I can either be convoyed or I won't be able to touch his submarines. Interesting. I love that. That is one of the best things about this. I really do like the sub rules. Some of the sub rules are really good. I do like the classic sub rules. Those are interesting as well. Um, Artillery moves to British Somaliland. Sure, you try to deny the bonus. Classic move there, and the bomber takes out this transport. He had to know that was coming. And nothing like a yummy freight transport. And the Bessarabian tank rolls into Romania. Okay, battle in 81 is transport goes down. Battle in 94, sub attacks the French. Wow, okay, all right. That is a hit. And they miss. Oh my. Oh my. He takes the destroyer too. Oh my. You gonna win this? No, do not. Wow. That was a hard fought battle right there. Wow. Unlucky. The initial, obviously he missed quite a bit, so 2 dice versus one. Bomber goes back to small. Oh, you expose your bomber. Okay, so that's a little exposed right there, but it was worth it for you to get that transport out.
And then
And then
the buy replaces it.
the buy replaces it. Very good. Okay.
Oh, well, the thing is with Italian Somaliland is it's becoming clear that he's really making a move on grabbing original Italian units in Africa and getting Iraq for long-term Russian money. So if
Ah,
he takes Italian Somaliland with British ground, it'll never be Russian.
gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Very good. That is a fun development. The people have really put time and thought into that. Okay, $15 for the Italians. One lost to blockade. Okay, how are you feeling with Italy right now? I mean, this is solid. Like I said, it's a very distracting. I hate the horn. If you don't take care of it right away, it can run away quickly. But I I do feel the desperate need to get into the Middle East, especially if you're doing something with the Russians, and to zap those and then let them have the Iraq and all your
Italy is, yeah.
all your momentum wants to go north, and this is so annoying. Go ahead.
Italy's in pretty bad shape here.
Yeah.
This 95 scrambling went bad. It lost the fighters. Bombers down at Italian Somaliland, bought a replacement in southern Italy. There's only three fast units out on the east for can opening, and I have no fleet, no transports, and all of the starting ground in Africa is just sitting there trying to keep the Russians from taking her territory permanently.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit in Tobruk and let the British hit me and then airstrike me to nothing, and then the Russians roll in and just take them both.
Right.
So he's going after Italy like most good players will, and the dice haven't been kind, and the German Air Force is down. Now they're down 5 planes because of that scramble.
Yeah.
No, things are going great for him.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see how it goes in this, what I would consider pretty risky play. He buys 2 subs, as you would expect. Um, and here we go. Destroyer moves. He is now, and here we go. Oh, he gets the cruiser in there too. I did not see the cruiser in there. All right, here we go. Don't look. 3 hits. That is pretty fortunate actually for him.
Yeah.
Um, and you get 4, which is great, what you need, but you still have to choose. So he choose his choices are obvious. Your choices, okay, you took care and you did lose the destroyer. Okay, so this is going to be. I mean, I'm assuming at this point you're thinking, let's get these troops, let's get these units back to Philippines, is what I'm thinking. Um, he retreats, and you win,
Yeah,
and
right. The French are
right,
coming too.
yeah,
And so maximum defense to try and save the transport. Yep.
right. Okay. Am I surprised that he didn't go for it one more time?
Of
Well,
course he did. Oh, he didn't?
no, he didn't. He retreated the plane.
Where to?
So am I surprised that having made
Mantra.
this big of a commitment that he didn't choose to chew? No, because he's got to land the planes. You have
Oh
to land the
yeah.
planes. So it's a
Yeah.
1v1 no matter what. And the loss of the
Yeah.
fighter wouldn't have made a difference because then you just don't
No.
land one of the planes.
He's
So
smart.
okay, all right,
Yep.
I nice finesse move there. A lot of players would have thought, ah, he did this big thing, but he accomplished what he wanted to. Planes have to land. Destroyer's gone. Let's go.
The
All
plane's
right,
also now it's on the way to the mainland.
all right. It's Sumatra actually. Yeah, so he's gonna make Sumatra just that much more difficult for you. And uh, okay, let's just widen this a little bit, and we can see that everything moves back to the capital. And nope, goes back to, oh, he's thinking. Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Oh, he still has a transport. I was gonna grab his. All right, I don't know what he's doing. All right, he picks it up, and oh my goodness, I didn't see that coming. All right, he is going in the opposite direction. Huh, interesting. He does move his infantry to Transjordan over here, people. Just to let you know, and places the 2 subs. So we got Anzac here, Alexandria, and Transjordan. We have He has accomplished what he wanted to here. It's a 1v1. And will the French and also the destroyers are completely missing from the South Pacific, and 2 subs. Wow.
Now,
So,
there is one more thing you
yeah,
wouldn't
sure.
know if you didn't read in the
Yep.
thread.
Yep.
Somewhere here in the early rounds, we agreed to go with the old sub convoy rules from previous version where you don't roll dice, they're automatic 2
Oh,
IPCs apiece.
oh, very good.
Yep.
I like that rule. Big fan. We did a one where no matter what, you had a +1 basically. So if you missed, you had a +1, which is one, and then you would get if you got three, you would get four. So it's a nice way to just pep the sub warfare up just by a little bit. Collects $15.
All
Does some
this editing here
editing.
is, yeah, he took back the move to Fiji and went to New Guinea.
All right. New Guinea. Okay, he did go to New Guinea, so he made $20 then. Um, I would think he makes twenty
Well, he doesn't
bucks.
have Malaya.
You still get $5 for that. Let's check his numbers. Yeah, $20. Yeah, right here. $5 for Malaya and $5 more for Dutch New Guinea.
Oh,
Yep. You're a BM guy, so
yeah. So I'm still messed up by that.
you're still messed up. Okay, here we go. What's gonna happen? Who gets lucky? I mean, I'm saying he gets lucky,
I think we
but
both do.
you've gotten too lucky. Combat, and it's a hit by the Japanese cruiser. Destroyer goes down.
Oh, I thought he got my cruiser.
Nope, nope, he
So
didn't.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. A little editing more. Okay, sorry. Don't look at people. Sorry. Don't look at that. All right, so this is the end of round two. We're gonna cut it short, but just reviewing everything. We have classic example of what I call destroyer wars, where you're enabling the subs to have what's basically they're super subs because there's no destroyers around. Not shooting threes, but they're unassailable until you get a destroyer in the area. So really cool. Love that aspect of XNLS. Southeast Asia looks strong, but the Japanese don't look weak either. So um, I'm impressed by the intensity of this conflict. Obviously, I don't think you've gotten as unlucky in the on this side of the board. Um, and his layered approach, I think, is definitely challenging. Over in Africa, obviously, he's going to be taking. I would think he's going to be taking money away from me for a while. But obviously, he's going to try to air raid this. Could use a troop in there to help out, but it's risky. And then I don't know. This is tempting too, but you'd need some air support if you did that. One, two, three. Yeah, you could. Goes the wrong direction though for me. Amazing. His med strategy was really impressive. This was shocking. 90, 95. Uh, but I mean, solid moves on your part. I mean, you've got a Navy despite all your many dice disasters. Um, he's got more subs on the board than your average player. I like his small Navy approach. Well, as an Axis, as this is Axis, I'm sorry, Allies headquarters. I'm pretty impressed. I'm not 100% sure he's going to be able to defend Moscow, but I guess we'll see. I mean, this is strong right here. Yeah. What's your thoughts?
Similarly, that the aggressive buy with Russia, where I don't think he bought any infantry,
Uh,
is Russia's a little bit anemic there.
yeah.
But he's okay because his fleet battles have gone well.
Right.
And the fact that he has downed seven Axis fighters in 2 rounds,
Oh, right.
that's really good for him. And Italy hasn't been able to do anything. Um, yeah, he's got to be feeling good in Europe, and he's definitely got good things going on the Pacific side of the board too. His His all-out gambit on 42 didn't succeed as well as he needed it to. He's playing like he's an 8 seed against a 1 seed because he is.
Right.
He's taking shots and Java didn't quite go. And let's see, what's the price that he paid? The British battleship, the two Indian fighters that were still there, one of them that he had to purchase. The Indians don't have, they're anemic now too. They don't
They
even
are.
have much for ground forces. He built subs, he built planes,
Right.
and he lost planes. And now Australia has thrown the kitchen sink and they have a transport that's going to die. Look what's on the island of Australia. They have nothing. They have two subs and they have a transport that's going to die. So there's some weaknesses there.
Right. Excellent. Okay. Taking a look at the money, just last thing I like to do, take a look at the money. Allies are at 195, 110. That's definitely a demonstration of some worse dice. And then production is still strongly ahead. Units, he's still got about a 50 point, more than a 50-point lead. And usually you're looking for about 500. He's around 400 and some. Yeah, 400 and something, 20 something, uh, less than 20 something. So yeah, the Allies are still quote unquote as by the numbers in the lead. Um, but interesting. I mean, just I am dying to know what happens next. But this, I think he's doing a lot of things well. I'm not convinced this is one of the things he's doing well, but we'll see. I mean, he's 8 seed, and that's 8 out of a lot of really good people. So, all right. Well, thank you for talking tonight with me, Ted. And I'll probably sign off on the live stream. Let's see, disable. I don't think I've done this before. Let's try and sign out here. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. I know, I'll stop sharing. That's what I'll do. There we go. Full screen, and then I will stop sharing. Thanks for watching, guys. I did not look at the live stream. Let me just take a look at that real quick. I think I'm booted up on the, and see if anybody joined us. I went off of my Wi-Fi to give us a little more speed. So, nope. Uh, there we go. Nope. Nope. That's the last one. This is the one going on right now. All right. And we've had 21 views. All right. With only one comment by Schultze. Excellent stuff here. All right,
Good.
Ted. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
talking. I'm
I'm
going to
glad